Welcome back, students. Welcome to biology classes. Today we are going to see 12th science biology and we are going to start with the chapter number 11, that is biotechnology, in which we are going to see the principles and the processes of the biotechnology, right? So now in the this unit is comprising of two chapters, that is chapter number 11 and chapter number 12, right? These two of the chapters. In this we are going to study the basics and the processes, the principles and the methodologies which are used in the biotechnology, right? Today we are going to see this chapter, and this chapter is related with the biotechnology and the processes which are carried out to do or to carry out biotechnology, and as well as it includes all the things which are present in it. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the PPT and let's start with today's lecture. So here we are going to start with the 11th chapter, and that is biotechnology, that is principles and processes, right? So here you can see that the techniques of using live organisms or enzymes from organisms to produce products and processes useful to humans, right? So the techniques through which you are using the live organisms or enzymes and it is responsible for producing a product, right? Then that type of process is known as biotechnology, right? Many processes like in vitro fertilization, leading to test tube baby, synthesizing gene and using it, developing a DNA vaccine or correcting a defective gene are also parts of biotechnology. Nowadays, you have seen that the in vitro fertilization methods are very useful in this normal days, right, which is leading to the test tube babies, right, and this has been carried out by the process of biotechnology. Also there is also the synthesizing of genes taking place, that is the genes are synthesized using the process of biotechnology. Then the DNA vaccines are also being developed, as well as some defective genes are also being transformed to a proper gene. So all those type of processes are being carried out or are being included in the process of biotechnology. Now, the European Federation of Biotechnology, the short form of it is EFB, that is the European Federation Biotechnology. It can be asked in the MCQ that what is the full form of European, that is the EFB, right? So that is European Federation of Biotechnology. So this EFB has given a definition of biotechnology that it comprises both traditional and modern molecular biotechnology. That means it includes two types of processes. The first method is of the traditional way, right, and the second method is of the modern molecular biotechnology ways. So the definition which is given over here, right, so the definition says that the definition is the integration of natural science and organisms, cells, parts thereof and molecular analogues for products and services, right? So here the integration of natural science, that means the normal science which says about and which includes the different types of organisms, the cells, the parts and thereof the molecular basis, right? That is the molecular levels are also being studying with the help of the biotechnology. The molecular biotechnology says about the molecular basis of the organism, right? That means the organism contains cells, the cells contain the nucleus contains the chromosomes. These chromosomes are formed upon the condensation of the DNA. So none another, the molecular basis or the molecular biotechnology is related with the what, the particular DNA, right? So this DNA is useful for carrying out so many purposes or so many informations, right? The DNA contains the genetic information which you have already covered this topics in the chapter number 6, right? Now today we are going to see that the principles. First we are going to see the principles of biotechnology. So what the principles of biotechnology says. So the modern biotechnology is based on two principles, right? So two main principles are very important when we are going for the process of biotechnology. So the first is the genetic engineering, right? Genetic engineering means whatever genes you have, and that genes are responsible for carrying out the, the organism involves the DNA as well as the RNA, but right, but here what will happen, it involves the transfer of the new genes to improve the function. So in accordance to improve the function and the functionality of the particular gene, the biotechnology or the genetic information or the genetic engineering is carried out. So here when we are talking about the genetic engineering, this genetic engineering is defined as the direct manipulation of genome, that is the DNA and RNA of organism. So they are doing what? They are directly taking out the DNA as well as RNA, right, of an organism, and what they do is they involves the transfer of new genes. So what they do is they incorporate new genes with the use of the vectors, right? So with the use of the vectors in the previous lecture we have seen about the yak and bac, that is bacterial, uh, that is yak is said to be bacterial artificial chromosome, yak was the yeast artificial chromosome. So they were the two common vectors which were responsible for carrying the for passing the genes from one to another, right? So here again in the genetic engineering this will be the same, right? So what happens here in the genetic engineering, the particular cell which is containing the DNA or RNA, it is taken out directly from the cell, and once it is taken out from the cell, what happens? They are transferring new genes in accordance to increase the function of that particular gene. So initially only a single gene was there, but after the incorporation of the new gene which is having additional functions, right? So the functions will be dual. So only one single gene can perform so many different types of function. So this type is then added to the host organism, and the phenotype of the host organism changes in accordance, because the new genes are being added, so the new genes are also going to express themselves. So once the particular DNA or the strand is there or the gene is there, when another gene is entered inside it, what happens? The another gene also gets expressed inside the host body, and when it is expressed, what happens? The two of the genes or the different types of genes are working together in a particular organism, right? So this was the first type of the principle, that is the genetic engineering. The second type of the principle is the maintenance of sterile condition in chemical engineering process to enable growth of only desired microbes for manufacture of biotechnological products like antibiotics, vaccines, enzymes, etc., right? So here what happens? The maintenance of sterile condition, right? What happens here? The sterile conditions are very important when you are going or when you are doing at the industrial level. So in industries, what is needed? A sterile condition should be maintained. Now here when you are talking about the biotechnology, the maintenance of those sterile conditions in the chemical engineering process should be proper. And why it should be proper? Because only few amount or the few desirable microbes should only grow. Now if there is a medium and if you want only the particular penicillium, you want to grow only penicillium in the bioreactor or in the industry, right? But if there is no sterile conditions which are given, then if the favorable conditions will not be given to the penicillium, then it is not going to grow, right? So for that reason you need to maintain the sterile conditions where only and only penicillium can grow. So at last when you are going to check the product out of it, you will only get what? The penicillium. So in accordance to remove or accordance to the limit the growth of the other microbes, what you need to do is you need to maintain the sterile conditions, right? And such biotechnological products are manufactured in the industries like antibiotics, which you already know, that is the medicines which are available in the market, right? These antibiotics are also being formed with the use of several microbes or microorganisms, right? And you are very aware of the pharmaceutical companies, and these companies are going for the production of the antibiotics, vaccines, as well as the enzymes, so etc. Another than all this, these are the three main examples which are being seen in the pharmaceutical companies, right? And here these two are the two main principles and the basis of this chapter. If you have understood this, then and then only you can go further, right? So the traditional hybridization used in plants and animals breeding leads to inclusion and multiplication of undesirable genes along with the desired traits. So here what happens? Traditional hybridization means the hybridization, that is the fusion of the two different types of genes, right? So here the plants and animal breeding is there. So plants and animal breeding is carried out. So what it is saying, the breeding of the two different types of animals and the breeding of two different types of plants, right? So that type of hybridization was said to be the traditional hybridization, right? And this can lead to the inclusion and multiplication of undesirable genes. So while in the previous time or in the ancient times, when the people were using traditional hybridization, the particular undesirable genes were also growing, right? Or also they were multiplying into the cells. So the genes which are not desired type, or which is not going to do any function, or you don't want those genes to be get multiplicated, right? So what you can do is, the technique of the genetic engineering is being proposed, right? So in the genetic engineering, only and only the desired gene is being multiplicated, or we can say it, the desirable genes only gets the incorporated inside the target organism, right? So here what it is said, the technique of genetic engineering, which include creation of recombinant DNA. See here it is written recombinant DNA. You already know about DNA, but what is recombinant, right? Recombinant, split the word into two, re and combinant, right? Combinant means something is combining, re means again, right? So recombining means the one which is already been combined, it is again going for the combination, right? So the recombinant DNA is the fusion of the two different types of DNA, right? So that is nothing but what? The recombinant DNA, which is going to contain different types of genes which are going to code for different types of products, right? Now, to understand this, also along with that, use of gene cloning was also carried out. So with the use of the genetic engineering methods or techniques, the gene cloning is also been carried out. Gene cloning, the word cloning means the replica, formation of replica. Now you have already studied the process of replication, right? The process of replication says that the DNA strand is replicated, right? That means it is forming the exact copy of the parental strand, right? That means same way here, when the gene is present, the gene cloning is carried out, and this gene cloning means whatever strand of the gene is present, it is exactly being cloned. That means whatever the parental gene is there, the same type of gene is formed, and that is said to be a clone. And as it is cloning the gene, this type of cloning is known as gene cloning. And the third is the gene transfer, which allows us to isolate and introduce only one or a set of desirable genes without introducing undesirable genes into the target organism. Now you know that you have a desirable gene, right? So this desired gene you need to transfer, but before transferring to the target organism is nothing but the host body, right? So before transferring to that particular host body, first you need to do is, you need to isolate it from the particular that organism should be, or that microorganism should be isolated first, right? So from the cells where it is present, or whatever is its habitat, you need to isolate them, you need to extract them from the cell. Once you are isolating them from the cell, then you can incorporate that particular set of those desirable genes. Now you have the whole genome, right? Now if you need only 5 genes which is needed, right? So what you are going to do is you take all those 5 genes and you take those 5 genes and incorporate it into the host body. So what happens here, the other genes, say for example the 10 genes were there but you need only 5 genes, so you are going to take the 5 desirable genes from the organism, and then you are incorporating it. Now you are have only you are having, once you are isolating it, that means you are having only the 5 desired genes, right? So what happens here, these 5 genes are when introduced into the host body, only those 5 genes are going to express themselves. So there will be no disturbance or there will be no introduction of the undesirable genes. So through this technique you can get the product easily as well as in a pure manner. How in a pure manner? Because initially when they were using the traditional hybridization method, it was also carrying out, it was taking the desirable as well as the undesirable genes. For this reason it took a very long time, and when the multiplication was taking place into the host body, it was very difficult for them to take out the desired traits, right? So nowadays the genetic engineering is being carried out to understand this, right? Now you can see in a chromosome there is a specific DNA sequence which is called as origin of replication, right? Now in each and every chromosome, now you know, you simply know about the chromosome levels, right? That is, chromosomes in a particular human body, the 23 pairs are present, and out of them 22 pairs are autosomes and one pair is the we can say the sex chromosome, right? So here when we are going to see the chromosome, there is a specific DNA sequence which is known as origin of replication, and from that only this particular site, that is the origin of replication, is responsible for initiating or for starting the process of replication. So replication means it is going to form another newly synthesized strand from the parental strand. Therefore the multiplication of the any of the alien species of the DNA in an organism, it needs to be part of chromosome which has a specific sequence which is known as origin of replication. So this origin of replication is very important when we are seeing or when we are going for the genetic engineering, right? Now thus an alien DNA is linked with the original origin of replication, right?